start by Kansas. Now, this is Ryan Hunter-Reay's first dirt race. Am I correct?
Ever
in his life.
Hunter-Reay in that black machine, #1 car on the inside, fight to the front. Ryan, an open-wheel pavement racer his whole life, walked into the track. The track's modified division was out doing some hot laps and time trials. Ryan was standing there looking. I walked up to him. This is a few hours ago. I said, "What do you think?" He said, "I'm on sensory overload. I've never seen anything like this." Now you're out there in the middle of it.
And he's holding his own. He is holding his own. Be the first time on a dirt track like this, especially as short as it is, it's a big learning experience.
Look at this knot right here. Haley Deegan, 38. Tony Stewart, 14. Greg Biffle, Ken Schrader trying to come on through. This is back from about 7th in line on down as Matt Kenseth has secured the lead. We watch this good fight back in the pack.
Ernie Francis Jr. actually was the fastest in practice today, earlier, and he is hooked up. He is really pretty strong. He's he's getting ready to try to take a shot at Newman.
Piece of debris has just come off of one of the cars and landed on the speedway. That is going to bring the caution out. It's about 2/3 of the way down the backstretch. It's the right front fender from Michael Waltrip's machine. Don't want to leave that in the middle of the racing groove. Yellow. Superstar Saturday Night, live on CBS from Pevely, Missouri, under caution in heat race #2, after Michael Waltrip's car got torn up in a heated series of events. One of many already early on in our Saturday night of racing.
Well, I talked about a barrel of rattlesnakes in the opening. Well, these snakes are going to be shedding skin all night long.
Oh, did he catch the guardrail on the back fence? He did. Whoa. Wow. And that ripped the fender off his car.
Well, I mean, you can get shredded pretty easy, whether it's the wall or another car. They'll take the skin off.
Paul Tracy is out of his car. We'll hear from him in a minute. First, Matt Kenseth chooses the outside lane. Ryan Hunter-Reay to his inside for the restart.
Outside lane, Alan, seems to be the best place to do the restart.
Here's Tony Kanaan to the outside of Ryan Hunter-Reay for second as Ryan Newman tries the bottom. Second black car there is Ernie Francis Jr. back with us this week. So two of the black cars, one numbers 1, Hunter-Reay, and 99 on board with Ernie Francis.
You know, Ernie's driven a really sharp race so far. You know, like I said, he was quickest in practice this morning or this afternoon, and he's fast now. Look at that slide job right up.
Oh, got into Hunter Ray as he tried to pull the slide job on him, but finds his way up into third spot. Let's check downstairs with Matt Yoakum.
And Paul Tracy letting his three-car cool down somewhat, temperature well over 300. What took place with the wreck? Who got into you?
I don't know. I think Matt Kenseth either hit me from behind and knocked the rear wing off. I didn't even know it was gone, but I was overheating right away, and the temperature just kept going up from 205 to 250, 270, 300, 320, and then it started pushing all the water into the cockpit. So we just have to wait and see if it cools off.
If it doesn't cool off, then they're going to put him in one of the backup cars for the feature.
All right, Matt, thanks. There is a look at the Tracy incident. He came across the front of Brian Newman, and then when they all got jammed up at the pit entry trying to get to pit road, things only compounded themselves. On the racetrack, you've got Kenseth leading, Tony Kanaan second. Now Ernie Francis Jr. up to third, and Tony Stewart just rolled into fourth position and is moving toward the front. The red car there, keep an eye on smoke.
Well, there's two drivers here that really know dirt well. That's Stewart and Schrader.
Look at the biggest mover since the start of the race. Schrader hasn't been able to make much progress in this heat race, but Tony Stewart sure has. 152 beats per minute behind the wheel as Smoke works his way around this third-mile track. How about IndyCar guy Tony Kanaan working on Matt Kenseth?
Tony last year was strong on dirt, and he's just smooth. He's just got it. He knows where he wants to put the car, and he's just biding his time. He's not pushing Kenseth. He's not hitting him. Just run laps, but don't burn that right rear tire down.
Got another damaged car. Marco Andretti has just knocked the nose off of his machine, trying to get it to pit road while they come around under green.
I know Stewart wasn't planning on that.
So Tony continues on. You see the SRX crew jumping on Marco's machine. Man, the damage toll in these first two heat races, wow. No, the race for the lead here. Kenseth has it in the blue car. Kanaan second in the pink. Here comes Francis Jr. and now Stewart.
Notice how Ernie drives down and then puts the power on right down low on the exit to drive off. I mean, he's nearly sideways. Uh-oh. Okay, now listen to that throttle. Look. You can hear him working the throttle and working the steering wheel at the same time, right? And he's looking. He's trying to get grip, right? Don't hit that throttle too hard, but not too soft. Okay, now
Clunk. Kanaan looking for a way around. Remember, we said no spotters, so Tony has no way of knowing Ernie's there until he can see him or feel him like that.
And he sees him now. Uh-oh, Stewart's just got on top of Ernie Francis.
Remember last time Ernie raced with us, these two tangled at South Boston Speedway in Virginia, week number 2 of our Superstar Saturday nights. Now Kanaan muscles his way to the inside of Kenseth for the race lead.
Well, they were just, discussing where they were going to have a beer after the race.
Here comes Tony Stewart down low. Kanaan hangs on for now.
I would like everyone that's watching this race, everyone in the audience, everyone on TV, to be able to go out and drive this. Just get in your rental car and drive around a dirt track like this. You'll have the most fun in your life.
Please do take the insurance before you do that.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, take the insurance option, yes. So Stewart to second, Francis Jr. back to third. Dirt track mode, windshield out, screen over the front grille to try and keep that dirt and mud from overheating the car. And of course, the grooves on the tires that are your traction as you work around here as Stewart looks to the inside of Kanaan for the race lead.
See that slide job? That is a technique that dirt track legends know how to do. they'll start up high and then turn that, pitch that front end down low with the throttle and the steering wheel at the same time, and drive down underneath and let it slide up and make the pass.
I talked to Tony earlier today about, I asked him to describe the art of racing on dirt. And he said, you know, I need a few minutes to think about that, but he said, you know, the same thing you just said earlier at the top of our show, Willie. It's more about driving with your feet than your hands. He said, I know that's hard to explain, but you turn the car more with your right foot and the throttle than you do with the steering wheel.
Yep, you use the horsepower you got to rotate the car, to turn that back in and point it the way you want it to go.
A little farther back here, Ryan Newman, 39, dark blue machine. White machine is Bobby Labonte. 38, the dark red machine is Haley Deegan, and then Ken Schrader in there. This group is running from 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. And by the way, you run tear-offs on your visor because mud can come up and block your eyesight.
Oh, no, they're getting battered. Their faces they're getting mud kicked up into their face, and not only it gets your visor dirty, you can hear it ping up the helmet.
Yeah. Last year, in the 2 SRX races on dirt, Tony Stewart won heat race number 1 both times and the main event. He's never won heat race number 2. In heat race number 1 tonight, Stewart finished 3rd. Heat race number 2, he's going to come from way back on the starting grid to take the checkered flag as these fans all come to their feet and give a cheer for one of their heroes. Tony Stewart wins heat race number 2 tonight.